What's up, guys? So yesterday was a pretty cool day. We got the new NB Miata for Steffi. I don't even know, I don't know if it's considered a Miata in Japan. I think it's a roadster, whatever. So I am so stoked for that car. I got some cool plans for it. But before we even start working on that car, we have to work on the GTI. Now you guys know the Saturn blew up. She went boom. We got the GTI. GTI is gonna be a great car. If you guys don't know, I got this car. It skipped timing, but I got a good deal on it, and so I'm in the process of rebuilding the head and throwing it all together, and then having myself an awesome daily driver. We pulled the motor, we pulled the head off, sent to machine shop, and now the only thing I'm waiting for is the parts. Of course, once the parts come in, I'm ready to go ham on that car and get a new daily because I need a practical car to drive. Today, we are actually starting off by picking up a majority of the parts for the GTI, which is huge. So I've been talking with one of my favorite companies, basically the only place I ever get all my Euro parts from, and that is FCP Euro. So I've been talking to them, and they actually were willing to work with me and give me a pretty good deal on parts for the GTI, and I couldn't be more grateful. I'm so excited. Great prices, they warranty everything, great parts. I'll put the link in the description, check them out. And we're gonna go head down there and pick up the parts for the GTI. I don't think all of them are in yet, but I at least need to get the valves because I need to get the valves and give them to JP at the machine shop so we can finish the head. So, I've been waiting for this day and I'm so excited. So let's head down to FCP Euro and go pick the parts up and go from there. Whipping the Mazda today. Come on, come on. There we go.
Alright.
Is that all of them?
That's everything you need.
A lot of expensive small parts. So of course, just stopped by FCP Euro and I got all the parts I need to get the GTI back on the road, which is insane. All I really need is what's in that box. First game plan, I have to get the valves down to the machine shop so they can put them in the head, and the valve seals also. And then once I get the head back from the machine shop, then we can start putting all the parts back on the engine and getting it in the car and being all set. So huge shout out again to FCP Euro, always my first choice when it comes to European parts. Check it out, put the link in the description, but I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get that car on the road. So let's get to the shop, we'll go through the parts and see exactly what I got. What's up, Drew? How's your turkey sandwich?
Buffalo chicken, dude. You know the drill.
Yeah. All right, so this is basically everything. I mean, this is everything I got. So essentially what it is, it's a full gasket kit from the head up. So from head gasket all the way to the valve cover gasket, all the hardware and guides and everything to put the timing together. This is definitely the valves, which are very important right now. A new tranny filter to service the tranny, timing covers, guides, and a belt. Unfortunately, I can't really do anything at all. I guess I could like set some of the timing stuff up, but it's not really a big deal until I get these down to JP, who's doing my head. Here's what I bent. Brand new ones, ready to go. JP, I'll be seeing you soon. So now it's time to figure out what the hell I want to do for tonight. I really wanted to dyno tune the Vanos on E36, but unfortunately Kenny isn't around tonight, so we can't do that. But that's no biggie. We could probably do that tomorrow or something. But RJ's here, and I figured we could do something pretty cool to his Miata. Please, I think it's cool, and hopefully you guys do too. Dude, it's a Mazda party in here.
Ooh, ooh, zoom, zoom. Ooh, ooh, zoom, zoom.
RJ's car, turboed on a standalone Mega Squirt ECU, and the tune has been amazing. Drivability has been awesome. The car has been hitting, it's been reliable. Only problem with it is the throttle response. Throttle response has absolutely sucked, and that is because the car has no TPS. Now, the TPS is a throttle position sensor, and it tells the car where the throttle is in position to the throttle body. And the Miata doesn't use a TPS. It has a TPS switch, which basically says it's open or closed. Now, the Mega Squirt doesn't like that. So what we have to do is we have to put a sensor on it that can actually tell the Mega Squirt where it is. Why it's so important to the standalone ECU is because of throttle enrichment. Now, throttle enrichment is basically a quick pulse of fuel sent through the injector, of course, right when you open the throttle body, because the engine needs a quick pulse of fuel to actually wet the walls of the intake before it goes into the engine, or else it'll just run lean and fall on its face like it does now. And it's a cool concept, but it needs it. So what we're gonna be doing is removing the factory TPS switch completely, because I mean, it doesn't work, it's useless, and replacing it with a BMW one. Now, I read online that the BMW one, which, where'd I put it? I think we can make it work today. So we're gonna make a bracket to allow it to work on the throttle body, and we're gonna wire it into the harness somehow. I don't know, I can figure it out.
Just splice it into that one. It's just the same thing. It's 2-prong, 2 wires.
That's not
Little splice, little like shh, little. We don't need to tell them how to do everything. They can figure it out on their own sometimes.
No.
No, just kidding. We're here.
Yeah.
We're like PBS. We're here to teach. You're here to learn.
So I mentioned doing this in a few videos ago, and I actually got a DM from a lot of Miata guys, because a lot of guys have Mega Squirt and they have a lot of issues with this too. So I hope you guys with Mega Squirt Miata can use this to really help you, because the only thing it really lacks.
I'm gonna lose it.
Oh. What the? Don't do this to me. No.
Dun dun dun.
What a pain in the ass.
All right, we're gonna take the barbaric approach and just rip it apart. Oh, there's like a. Let me see.
Don't lose that.
We don't need it.
Ah, my eye.
On, off, or on, off, off. Man, this is a really long rod. All right, here. Where's the BMW one? Right here.
That'll fit. Easy. Easy lemon squeezy.
See the half moon shape?
Yeah.
Does it fit? Please fit. Oh, it fits. It's pretty tight, but it's fit.
It's a Christmas miracle. So is the other one.
True, that's a good fact. All right, we're gonna make things very useful. What we're gonna do is we are going to use this as the old one as our mounting / block off plate. Sound good?
Cool.
Cool. And on top of that, I'm tempted to try and use this connector right here and solder to these pins so we can unplug it. Like a little sub harness, but let's just cut it off.
RJ, you already doing it?
Yep. You said cut them.
What are you doing?
I'm not authorized to use this shit here, okay? You told me not to touch the power tools.
The plate basically all cut out, and I got the TPS mocked up. Now, because you can see it hangs off quite a bit. What we could do is we could either cut the throttle body itself, or we could just make a bracket off this plate to make it work, and I'm cool with that. TPS. There is a limit to the TPS. So you got to set it up so you have enough room to have it fully open and closed.
Is there gonna be enough room with the connector on?
Yeah, so it seems as if lining the edges up with the edges of the old TPS mounts is perfect. So now I just have to get this gapping right. That's good. About 11 millimeters is what we need right there. Well, me and RJ noticed a few minutes ago, which is like the sickest thing ever, and I don't know if this was like already a thing or not, but if you look at the Miata connector, this is the factory Miata connector for the TPS.
Like a glove.
It literally slides in. I don't know if the pinout is correct, but we could always move them around. That's not a big deal, but that is really, really awesome. So
Super convenient.
my goal was originally to take the screws that came with the TPS from the BMW and find the nuts for it and just kind of weld them in place on the bracket and just do that. But I can't find nuts that small. RJ, you got nuts this small?
No, mine are huge.
Okay, yeah. So I can't find them anywhere. So what I did was cut the nub off the throttle body. So this is the mounting point on the old BMW throttle body, and of course, it threads right in. So the only issue with this is it's aluminum, plate steel. I can make another plate of aluminum, hold together, be good. But honestly, this is under no tension. Like there isn't any, the force that affects this is very little. So I think epoxy will be perfectly fine. I know it's like kind of not my style, but it'll work perfect. All right, so there it is. Here's the mounting piece, and here's the TPS, and I have to basically attach this to here. Maybe this will work. The brush is the right move, but
Let's go, Picasso.
All right, so it's definitely dry enough to use. I mean, we're not putting a lot of tension on it, so I'm not worried about it, but what do you think?
She's finna.
Paint it black, I'll never know what happens. So
Wrinkle black.
everything. So let's mock it up, see if it works.
it looks kind of legit. I didn't put the bottom one because it's a bitch, and I want to make sure that it works before we fully send it. But it's cool. The top plate allows a little bit of room to fine adjust it, which is sick. So now we're gonna plug the connector in and actually see if this works. All right, let's see if anything happens. Give it throttle, RJ. No, it's not working right now.
Man, bummer. Did you plug it in?
Connector, yeah. Now we're going to make sure that the wires on the connector are in the right position, because so for TPS you need a 5-volt reference, you need a ground, and you need a sensor wire. So I have the wires kind of just shoved in here, and I tested it on the Mega Squirt, and the Mega Squirt is still getting no signal. Verifying that I was wired incorrectly, because it was, and I was going nuts, and I made sure the sensor worked and it was working, which is good because I thought I broke it. The whole problem is that...
Tell me that just has to go on the other slide.
No, that's not how it happens.
Oh,
okay, so Since it was a switch, it's considered a digital output. Now that we're going to like a varying voltage, because it's going to be, you know, position sensor, that's an analog type of sensor. So the Megasquirt has to know which one it is. Usually that's kind of fixed into the ECU, and you can't run the same, like you can't run an analog sensor on a digital pin. So I was thinking I just have to change pins on the ECU from the wire, and it wasn't the case. I guess there's actually a switch in the inside of the board that you just literally switch to, yeah, to analog type of sensor.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I have to open up the board and find it, and I hope that is the case. There's a lot of options in here, and as you can see, all the way in here you see the word variable. I mean, you probably can't read it in the camera, but it says, if you look at it, it says variable TPS. What's the third word? Enable. Variable TPS enable, and that's exactly what we need. So we need like one of these little sleeves that jump these two pins together, and I don't know if there's like an extra. I'm just gonna solder. I'm sorry. This thing's never not gonna have a variable TPS on.
That's that dude that found that image on fucking. We don't have torque. I push more torque out of a fart.
What are you talking?
He's talking about the Subaru sandbar or whatever.
All right, it's all back together, and we're actually reading a throttle position.
Oh snap!
So, RJ, give it full throttle, see if it changes.
How excited I am to get this truck.
Oh my God, I'm so happy right now.
How stoked are you right now?
Dude, I'm so stoked. All right, hold on, RJ. Now we need to actually calibrate it. Look
It doesn't burn oil. It's solid.
There you go.
Hey.
Ready? Full throttle?
What? Your Subaru?
Full throttle.
No, for the
Fuck
last
yeah, I'm
2-3
so
years
excited.
I've had it.
We officially got an M50 BMW TPS to work on a Miata. This is sick.
My car's luxury now. I went to go feel my steering wheel, but it's not here.
All right, so this is the pigtail that I cut off the BMW harness to go on the TPS, and then this end is actually the plug on the old TPS switch that I broke off and cut off the TPS, and I soldered the wires in the right order to the actual plug itself. I'm gonna heat shrink it, and I've made myself a nice jumper harness.
A Frankenstein harness.
From the BMW one to the Miata one. And though, like we said, it does plug in, so you could just repin it if you wanted to, but it's kind of nice if we wanted to switch it out and stuff. So TPS is fully in, looking legit with the jumper harness.
I want to see. Oh, never mind.
Sorry, Tucker. Ready to fix your throttle response?
Let's do it.
Sick.
Oh, that already feels better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, you're letting the heat out.
I'm trying.
Still cold. She cold. Just see what happens. See if it feels a little better. Okay. No. See if it's a little bit better. Slightly. Now we're gonna keep playing with it. See what happens.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of nice right here. So right here is a graph, a real-time graph of it's the change in manifold pressure, the change in throttle position, and the AFRs. As you can see, the red and the yellow are the change in TPS position and a change in manifold pressure. And the blue is the AFRs. You see that blue spike? That's lean. So as you can see, right as we move the throttle, it spikes to lean. And then it goes down and gets rich. We're working on trying to get rid of that bump, but for some reason, I just can't get the car to behave the way I want it to. It just doesn't. It's how inconsistent has it been?
Super inconsistent.
Yeah, it's not behaving the way I want it to. It's not really. It almost feels like it's not really doing anything.
As soon as we get one or two where it feels good, it's a responding.
The third one is trash.
The third one, anything after that, it just disappears.
Yeah, I could put a lot of fuel in, a little bit of fuel. I could change where the fuel comes in, where it comes out, and it just doesn't do anything. And I'm a little frustrated. Only thing I've noticed so far is on the timing map where it kind of revs out under no load. When I add timing, I liked it. That was the only thing I liked, right?
Yeah, and then even after that, it was still.
Yeah, and in that effect, even plateaued pretty quick. So I've always had really good luck with the accelerated enrichment stuff. It's usually pretty easy. The car usually likes it, but I don't know why. If it's just me, I feel a little defeated. But you know, I'll have to just call. I'll just bug Derek tomorrow and have him show me how to actually do it, because
I feel defeated. I just made a BMW fucking TPS sensor work on my Miata.
I mean that works, and that's cool, and and I know that's working 100%. So your throttle response above $2,000 is amazing.
Yeah, it just immediately snatches it. But anything
below $2,000, his throttle response is
idle.
trash. See, trash. I don't figure it out tonight. I will figure it out, RJ. I promise you. Okay.
Oh, I know you'll figure it out. I ain't gonna figure it out. That's for sure. If you can't figure it out, Derek will figure it out.
At least RJ treated me to some cumbies.
You're a great guy, RJ.
Thanks. Here looks fire.
Got my zebra cake. Cheat code. Zebra cake. Life hack.
Hey, that's better. Okay, let's try that.
Not much better, but it's better.
I didn't say much better, I just said it's better. I might have said much. You'll see when you edit. Oh yeah. Okay, takeoff was better. This clutch still sucks though. I don't recommend the XTD clutch, okay? Should have bought an ACT. I swear to God if you say ACT. Whoa, whoa!
No, it's inconsistent. Remember, probably not working now, Gerald. I don't know. It's gotten better. No, maybe it did fix it.
Well, it is warmed up now too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Okay,
well,
we're leaving it like this for now. We'll talk to Derek later. Maybe it needs to be warmed up. I don't know. Let's have a hot chocolate break. We'll come back to this later.
Finn. All right, guys. So as you guys saw, we spent a lot of time on RJ's Miata tonight. I hope you guys did learn something. I know it wasn't probably the most like interesting, but we had to get it done, and I'm excited because I thought it was pretty cool. Retrofitting a part made from a car onto something else and making it work, and definitely experience. So seems like once the car like really got up to operating temp, it was behaving actually pretty normally. I'm gonna probably play with it some more a couple days from now and get it all in, but RJ is happy with it, so that's cool. So huge shout out again to FCP Euro for hooking me up with the parts. They always come in clutch. I mean, you can't beat their quality, their warranty, or their selection. So check them out if you're a Euro guy yourself. So but besides that, it's cold, it's late, and I gotta go to bed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. So like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and have a great day.